We are Flint River Presbytery.
We are Flint River Presbytery.
We are Flint River Presbytery. We are Flint River Presbytery.
A multi-part video series by Presbyterians for Presbyterians. The vision of our executive presbyter, We Are Flint River Presbytery, introduces church members and church officers to the shared mission, organization, and resources of our presbytery right here in Southwest Georgia.
College campus ministry overall is just a great way to reach out to students, to disciple them, especially most of these students are away from home. They don't have mom and dad around, and having a good director, I just give the example as Melissa because obviously I know her, but having a good director in place just gives those students someone to talk to, someone that they can open up with if there is a need.
Yes, we have one in Americus at Georgia Southwestern University. We have one in Valdosta at Valdosta State University. We have one here in Columbus with Columbus State University, and we have one in Macon with the Mercer University.
What I think is one of the biggest takeaways that most people say about the press house is that everybody is so open and welcoming, and it's a safe space in a very confusing transitional life stage when others may not be able to find a safe space to be in, and the press house always was.
It's been an eye-opener. What I thought I would be doing, I have done that, but it's so much more. And it's one of those jobs that, you get into it and you see the possibility and what God calls you to each day. Every day there's new opportunities to minister to students. There's new opportunities to make churches aware of what's possible in the ministry of college students. And really, campus ministry is a mission field. You might not see all these college students in the pews of our churches in Flint River Presbytery, but you can rest assured that college students are being ministered to every day through campus ministry. Yesterday at our free Tuesday lunch we do every week, we had 48 students come through our doors, and they were fed home-cooked food. And we were there for them. We loved and accepted them when they came through the door. And we touched their lives. We fed them physically, but we also fed them emotionally and spiritually. And we were doing the work of the church. We are an extension of the local church. So like I said, you might not see them in church every Sunday, but the campus ministries are working on the church's behalf. The connectional church, it's bigger than all of us ever realized.
Yes, we have campus ministry director at each one, very talented individuals. Right now, 3 of them are actual ministers, but they don't have to be, except at one. The one at Mercer must be ordained to serve that university, but otherwise they could be a lay person. And then the fourth one at Valdosta is served by a certified Christian education credentialed person.
Grew up in the church, but when I came to college, I didn't find a good church to be around. So the center was a good way for me to get slowly plugged back into the local churches and the local community. And now I'm reaching out to other churches in the area from what my friends go to.
What I've been impressed with almost all of our pastors or directors that we've gotten is that they have been really focused on working with the students, establishing relationships with the students, of course, we feed them, which is the main way to draw people in, because, but they've always been there for the students, and right now, I think the students are struggling more and more, and we have a campus minister, director, whatever you want to call him, who has really committed to spending time one-on-one with students that need the help.
We have students that come to the center from all parts of the world. I recently posted a picture on social media, and there were, I think, 6 or 7 countries represented at the center one Tuesday lunch, and I thought to get a group picture of us. And we've worked through some language barriers, and it's been fun to sit at the table together over lunch and talk about cultural differences and teach each other.
So I've been involved in UKirk since my freshman year. I kind of ran into them by accident. I was going to study and I saw this nice little group and they invited me to sit for dinner, and ever since then I've kind of stuck around. 2 of my peers, one of them is here today. We talk about UKirk a lot. We work in the STEM fields, so it helps us slow down, helps us ground ourselves, take a break from all the busy campus life.
I had no idea we would have opportunities like that, with students from all over the world when I took the job. And I'm just so thankful and blessed every day by this ministry and these students. So I'm thankful that I get to serve in this way.
Well, UKirk has definitely helped me answer some of the more personal questions I've had about my faith. Specifically with things relating to the STEM field, I see it as it's all so complex, it's so specific, it had to have been controlled by something. And there's no other way to explain it. A lot of people think that STEM and faith kind of clash at times, but in my opinion, they kind of complement each other.
Actually, it helped start the campus ministry here in Columbus, the Abbey. I was on the first board. Also, first meeting with the students that we had was at Edgewood, actually. And then we migrated to campus at Columbus State University, and then migrated downtown to the downtown campus, where we started expanding and offering student lunches and activities. And we just got to meet so many great people, and the campus ministry continues to thrive to this day.
UKirk is a vibrant campus ministry where students come. We have a motto at Mercer's UKirk campus where we say that it's a judgment-free zone. So that means that we focus as a community on building one another up and building each other up into the body of Christ. We believe that's really integral to what our community is about. So students are encouraged to not use negative language. I mean, you can complain about an event, of course, that's fine, but not to just categorically say someone or themselves is stupid or awful or any of those really negative things. I think it's important to acknowledge the happies and crappies of life, the things we're struggling with, and also the places of beauty, but also to be a community that supports and seeks to grow together.
One of the things that campus ministry has done at our place at Georgia Southwestern is we've seen several lives that were not going in good directions get turned around. So instead of being in prison or on taking money from the government, they have jobs, their lives are stable, and their lives have a lot of value because they got help at the time they needed it. And college is a time when a lot of kids do their exploration and growing up and figuring out how to survive and how to function as adults. And having the guidance of the campus ministry is really great. Plus, free food is always wonderful.
The center is the ministry that we do at BSU. As the board, we look over finances for the center. make sure Melissa, who is the director of the center, make sure that she has everything she needs lined up, volunteers, things like that. But we provide a Tuesday meal to the students.
Campus ministry is an essential light in Flint River Presbytery. We are ministering to young people in their late teens, in their 20s, up into their 30s, in ways that the traditional church environment doesn't allow. Campus ministry gives you frontline contact with people, young people, who are in transitional points in their lives. And let's face it, young people are the future of everything, of the church as well. So I love getting in there early with them, walking with Jesus alongside them. It's something that this presbytery does so beautifully.
So Monday evenings, we start with dinner. That's provided by the members of Flint River Presbytery. Congregations take turns either sponsoring a meal or bringing it, and that's a beautiful blessing. Just like Jesus made fed the multitudes with a few loaves and a few fish. The so many hands of Flint River feed these students bodily. And as we know, people are in a better place when they've got a full stomach. And then we enter a time of either prayer or worship or study. So that this year has looked like kind of an alternating schedule. We've had evening prayer where it's just a beautifully peaceful time. We read scripture, we say prayers together and take turns praying for the needs of the world, the campus, and one another. We also pray for one another. We often share prayer concerns each week or requests, and we commit to hold those for one another and pray for them until we gather again.
The importance of campus ministry is that the college students have somewhere to go, because we know, as you know, a lot of times students go out of town, they don't have that family atmosphere. And an extension of the Presbytery, the Abbey, is kind of like that. It's like a second family to some of these students, where we offer them lunches, Bible studies, and just a place to go to study if they need to.
Changing routes a few times, take the scenic route, ultimately in the end, to always have that place to come back and reconnect is just, I don't even know the words to describe it. It's powerful to have that security of a safe space in your heart like that.
Well, whenever I am going through a hard time, Melissa is very quick to sit down and ask us what's going wrong. And she's quick with the Bible verse and like good inspirational words to help really feel you lift up. I like the fact that it's not just like a moment for her to preach where she can seem to like uplift herself. It's always giving back to the students and directing God's praise and God's glory through her words and through the verses and her just being there.
I don't think we can take for never understand what a positive impact you can have on a college student's life with somebody that's older and wiser sometimes and just more life experience and when they have a listening ear. So grateful for that. So grateful.
But it's also fun too. They also do, eating's fun, but they also do, besides the Bible studies and the food, there are fun activities. Montreat, which is done in the wintertime, is a college retreat. So there are also fun activities. I know at VSU, a lot of music majors, they support each other through going to recitals and musicals, theater, stuff like that.
Yes, it was vital. And I think I can absolutely say I went to seminary and I discerned the call because of campus ministry. And so I had the joy of being at Georgia Southwestern State University, and my campus minister was Deborah Tregaskis, and she was incredible. And the campus ministry brought me in because of food. I wish I could say Jesus, but it was actually free food, and food is expensive, but then you came into the ministry and you got free food, and then you got free smiles and laughter and comfort and a community. And then I had a campus minister that was incredibly wonderful, and slowly, without you even realizing it, bringing you in. And then you happened to be maybe at a Bible study, and then you happened to be at worship, and then one Sunday I happened to find myself on Campus Ministry Sunday preaching, and I was preaching at First Presbyterian of Americus, and it was a less than 10-minute little blurb. It wasn't called a sermon, it was just a little devotion from a student from the campus. And afterwards the session called me in and said, we feel and sense a call for you to ministry. And I told them they were wrong, and I wanted to be a teacher. And they said, okay. They said, well, we're gonna start praying about this. We've started praying, and we're going to continue to pray, and we see this in you, and we would like you to start praying. And I said, I will pray, because I do pray, but you're wrong. And I was wrong. And so I am so grateful for that campus ministry that lovingly just provided food, and then that led to prayer and a deeper Bible study than I'd ever had, and a closer relationship with God. And it was in that point in my life where I was asking deeper questions as well, and it just it created this whole new world of possibilities, and led to me feeling called to the ministry. And I will never stop being grateful for that campus minister that led me there, but also the session and the church, and how they breathed life into that campus ministry, and often with little things, and bringing a pound cake or just a hug, or how are you,
and there was usually food. I lived off campus, so I didn't have to deal with the cafeteria food. But for those that were on a meal plan, that was always a huge draw. They could come and have a home-cooked meal. And even if they didn't personally connect with the people that prepared it, because oftentimes it was churches that provided it and might not be the actual cook themselves, there's still that heartwarming sense of home, sense of place, sense of I belong, not just here at the Press House, not just here at GSW, but I belong in this world. And that's huge.
And as one who served in a campus ministry, it's fascinating how in that particular age group, they learn that they love Presbyterians, because we have something unique to offer in the way we operate, in the way we minister, in the way we think. And in that time in their lives when they're intellectually challenged a lot, we can handle that. And we do it in our campus ministries so beautifully and with such tender love and care. What a joy that is.